Welcome back, everyone, or welcome if it's your first time. This is PDK, and we're embarking on a magical mystery action adventure. What could it be? Well, stay tuned and stick around. We're going to find out in a few brief moments. Uh-oh, there's clue number one. The infamous working designs. Oh, I gave it away. Welcome to Popful Mail, a magical fantasy adventure. But first, movie.
The carvings upon the great stone wall at Shikra tell of a time beyond memory, a time of world-shattering war, when the brave and the desperate rose up against the three masters of evil. They were Morgul, Lord of Beasts, who sent savage armies over the land. Necros, Master of War, who incited all man to rage eternal. And Olger, the Overlord, who blackened the world with his foul magic. Men and elves, dwarves and beasts, all inhabitants of the world were locked in hopeless, fevered battle against a black fate. Raging like a great fire, insanity swept across the land with the ferocity unmatched in all history. But when at last the smoke had cleared, the masters of evil had suffered a crushing defeat. Humiliated, they retreated to a place outside of time, and a black seal was crafted to prevent their return. Of all who fought, only 3 returned to tell the story: a dwarf, an elf, and a human. Though their names were lost in the mists of time, their labor stands yet today, for the black seal holds fast, protecting mankind from certain destruction at the hand of the Overlord.
Well. Place your bets now, folks. How long is that seal gonna hold up still? Well, that's what we're here to find out, apparently. So, some early working designs right there. Not too bad, but stay tuned. Their shenanigans are not even beginning yet. We've got plenty of time to let that unfold. Let's see, utilities. You don't see that word often, do you? Not options. We have, okay, here's options. Excuse me, I spoke too soon. And not a lot to choose from. Volume? No, this is a good volume. Let's see. If it wasn't running my yapper, I'd probably turn it up so we could focus on the music, but there will be talking here. I do apologize for those who don't care for that. I do understand. Let's see, new game, yes, because I don't have much to continue here. Got the Elf Woods, but I always read that as Self Woods because the 3 almost looks like an S there. So no, we're not going to the Self Woods, we're going to new game. Now, just a warning, being part 1 of a Sega CD game, you've already guessed it, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of movies going on, so bear with me.
One to go. Get a load of this, you miscreants! Take that! Yes!
Prodaker. Your choice. Dead or alive, I still get to $500,000 gold reward.
Hey, you are a real funny girl. You make me laugh. Hey, you like a good joke? Ha! Boom! Ha ha! Hey, Bumba, you want my head? Oh, help yourself! Here's a funny trick, eh? Get ready for a big surprise!
Big surprise or pizza pies? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk. Pizza pies.
Oh man, I biffed it. Again. Well, at least I managed to get his head. It has to be worth something. Oh, I wonder if I'm even cut out to be a bounty hunter at all. But if I don't get some cash soon, I'm gonna be in big trouble. There's gotta be another bounty I can go after. My luck's gotta change soon. Wow, a city. Maybe I can sell Nut's head down there. Trader Jake's, new, used, and everything in between.
Not to be confused with Trader Joe's.
Well, look what the cat dragged in, would you? No, it's no use, Bounty Girl. Many others have tried, and all have failed. Up to my armpits and bad eggs.
Heads? Who said anything about heads? Hey, mister, tell me, where's the action in this town? I'm looking for a big bounty, and I only take the best jobs.
You might be in luck. A new poster just went up on the town's bounty board. A renegade magician turning some bad tricks. Got an uncommon big reward on him.
Great! Thanks for the tip! Move it! Coming through! Step aside! For the capture of the notorious magician Muttonhead, a reward is offered in the sum of 2 million gold. Woohoo! This is my lucky day! I'm gonna be rich!
And with that, I think we're in real gameplay time. And where to begin? So much to say. This game, this is a nostalgia trip for me. I haven't played this in years, but it remains one of my favorite game experiences on my Sega CD, which I give a lot of flack, but I do love. I mean, they could have called it the Sega FMV to the same effect, because too many of the games focused on those cutscenes, but this is one of the games that did it right because they didn't use it to overshadow the core gameplay or lack thereof. The actual game here is actually good. So first things first, we gotta, we're down to business here. We're getting serious. First thing we need to do is look at the standstill animations, because this was an early 90s game and they were all about that. So phase 1, she looks at us, a little annoyed. Oh, from annoyed to disgusted. Oh, Mel, don't be that way. And are you gonna do anything else? Kind of having a Sonic moment right now. Even kind of looks like Sonic there with the hair going up like quills right there. And no, she's just gonna pout. And that's it? That's all you got for us? Okay. Before you fall asleep and before I fall asleep, we're just gonna move forward. Welcome to Elf Woods. Why, thank you. So the game is... Ooh, I didn't mean to leave. I forgot you could do that. Yeah, first video is gonna be a little funny because I have to, get reacquainted. And I did that again. I apologize. It's been years since I played this. It's very easy to pick up and get into. As you can see, it's very old school, old style, very simple. Controls basically come down to jump, crouch with a shield to block attacks. Projectiles only though. No double jump, standard sword swipe. Interesting thing about the pause screen, it shows your current time and it's recording in real time, so. Status, not too much. Vitality, offense, defense, load, save, options. just basically turn this stuff on or off. Items is what we really want to use, but we don't have anything right now. Apple to heal, elixir, as you probably guess, is a full heal. Kicks in automatically when you're at 0 health, so hopefully we will not have to use that anytime soon. Mayo herself is pretty easy to control. She has an interesting arc on her jump that takes a second or two to get the hang of, but it's nothing too terrible. And I can't jump on any of these, that's fine. Now, it's easy to just spam your attack when they're flashing transparent, so you can kill enemies easily before they get a chance to retaliate, but some enemies later on have animations and a speed that makes that a little trickier to deal with. There's going to be a lot of dialogue and talking in this game, more so than cutscenes with FMV. I'm not going to talk over it because as tempting as it may be, it's actually quite entertaining, and I'm speaking from a much younger version of myself, so hopefully they've held up well, because, you know, working designs, yeah, sometimes doesn't age too well. Let's see, though.
Hey! Hey, you! Help!
What was that? It sounded, like...
Hey! Are you blind or something? Up in the tree at Dunderhead?
Huh? Oh! What in the world are you doing up there?
Well, there were all these monsters chasing me. There must have been 100 of them, and they had bulging eyes and huge teeth, and then they chased me up this tree, and then the spider dropped down. He almost killed me, but I cut his thread. I have a pocket knife, you know, and then, well, I don't think it's safe to come down. Oh, by the way, I'm Slick. Well, actually, Slick Jr. the Third, but you can call me Slick. I'm from the village at the bottom of the jungle. Say, can you give me some help here? Like, today?
Well, Slick, why'd you leave your village in the first place?
Hey, I was just looking for a little fun and adventure, but I guess my pocket knife just doesn't cut it out here. Say, why do you take me with you? I bet you have lots of adventures. Why else would you have such a huge sword?
Excuse me? I think you're confused. I'm a bounty hunter, not a babysitter, bub. You're on your own.
That's a memory. I remember the first time I played this game, I was showing it off to one of my cousins, and that line, "I'm not a babysitter, bub," made him literally laugh out loud. So it was fun seeing him get a kick out of that. I always love it when the games I play entertain other folks, even well before I even thought about Let's Playing. I mean, even as a child, I mean, ooh, spider almost got me. I liked when folks could join in on the fun. It's more fun when other folks can get some of the fun out of it too. So anyway, Slick Jr. the Third here, if that's his real name, is stuck in a tree that has a ladder sitting right next to him. Never mind the fact that he's an elf, so you would think he would have some degree of an affinity for dealing with trees, but anyway, what a knucklehead. And we're gonna see if we can help this knucklehead, because apparently, I don't know, I think he's using it as excuse, you know, he probably thinks she's cute, and this is a poor attempt at a pickup line, so wrong approach if that's the case.
Come on, please. You just gotta take me with you. Hey, I'll even pay you, Miss...
She's not that kind of girl. I'm telling you right now.
Mail, Popful mail. So, you're gonna pay me to make a man out of you, huh? I'm a little too busy, and you sound like a lot of trouble. If I did consider taking you with me, it'd cost you like 2 million.
2 million? Are we talking gold here? Who do you think I am, Slicky Warbucks?
Can't afford me? Tough break, kiddo.
Listen, if you're not gonna take me with you, and by the way, I think that's a big mistake, could you please tell the villagers where I am? It's the least you can do.
Oh, all right. Whiner.
Whiner. Why are you back here again without help? Because I feel like it. Hurry and tell the villagers where I am. Yeah, so I got it confused. That line, "You're gonna pay me to make a man out of you," that's the line that had my cousin cracking up. And it's a fantastic line. So the game is gonna be a little corny, a little cheesy at parts, but I think it's done well, and that adds to a lot of the fun, I think. And show off the shield there. Renders your magic useless, and I love it. And we're gonna raid this chest that you were guarding. Really, who puts apples in treasure chests? That must be some damn good apples. Must be a Red Granny Smith, if such a thing exists. So the raccoons are pushovers. The mages, if you block their attacks, are pushovers. They're going to give up the gold quite easily. Very easy to farm for gold with enemies like this, but they're not giving much up at this stage of the game, and we don't need it, so that's fine. But yeah, the game is just really fun. Gameplay is simple and basic. It's one of those games you can jump right into. It's very satisfying. Provides an old school challenge, mostly with the bosses, which we'll be encountering sooner than later. Enter next hole, okay? And spiders are a little tricky because of their swinging back and forth, but they're the roughest thing we have to deal with right now, which isn't saying a whole lot, is it? So, Popful Male is very nostalgic for me because just looking at the character, you know, it reminds me of so many things beyond games, you know. This is around when I was really getting into anime, and, you know, her design is a callback to so many different animes, from Slayers to Ruin Explorers. But to be fair, this came out well before Ruin Explorers, I believe. But Slayers, Ruin Explorers, Record of Lodos War, Light Edition. You know, and in some ways it reminds me of Ranma as well, in some ways. A lot of the personalities, but Male herself definitely seems like an amalgamation of a lot of characters, one being Lena Inverse, without a doubt. Lena and, what was the name of one of the main protagonists of Ruin Explorers? Eerie? She reminds me of a mix between Lena, Eerie, and, I don't know, a hodgepodge of other characters. A girl version of Ranma as well, I imagine. Oh, hello? What you got to say? Hey, where did you come from? We don't get many visitors here. My job is to keep watch over the monsters so they don't get into the village below. But I've never actually seen a monster fall in. Naturally, working for the Elf Guard, I've gotten quite comfortable in my job here. I can sleep while standing. Wanna see? Don't you have something else to do, Missy? Don't you have something else to do, Missy? No, just want to exhaust your dialogue options, and I think I have, so.
Another slick caper, eh? What has he done this time? Just the facts, ma'am.
Well, let's see. Monsters chased him up a tree. Now the dumb kid's too scared to come down, and he's waiting for your help.
Sounds like a second story job. We'll take it from here, man.
Now, for those of you who get the reference there with the Captain Guard, yeah, that was a nice touch. I think this was working designs at their prime. I think this is overall one of their best jobs because they fit the tone of the game perfectly, and where they took liberties, I think most of the time it was more hit than miss. But let's see, what can we do here? Anything that we want to buy? Amulets. Provides total protection. At what cost? More than I can afford. We really don't need anything right now. I'm going to wait to see how well I fight before I invest in healing items because, you know, I don't know where my skill level's at. It's been so long, and let's see, options, item. I have a short sword already, don't I? Yep. You get some pretty interesting weapons later on. Right now, I don't really have anything. Did you find that crybaby slick? Yes. That's all you got to say. And weapons. Maybe? Yes. And armor, leather mail, wood shield. I will pass on that for right now. I'm going to build up my gold and hold out for some better stuff later. It's quite strange to have visitors in our little village. Another guy with the red cape was here a while ago too. He said he was on a quest to find his mentor. The path he took is crawling with monsters. I hope he's okay. And yes, I hope he's okay too. I hope you learn to find new things to say. And soldiers of this village have never fought against monsters. Because of that, we're pretty poor swordsmen. We don't stand a chance. No, you don't. The chief of the Badger gang is around here somewhere. We're no match even for him. So, excuse me, they're badgers. I thought they were raccoons. That door right over there is the entrance for a passage that leads to the woods. And how about you? Okay, they say the same thing. So we have to take this route because we fell down a hole, so up is the only logical way to go. And we're approaching the 20-minute mark. I'll probably go on a little longer.
Well, hi. What brings you here, stranger?
I'm Male, Popful Male. You see, I'm looking for a magician called Muttonhead. There's a bounty of 2 million gold on his head.
Oh, well, you're on the right path, because I saw that rotten gingerbread grifter gang pass this way. They're in league with Muttonhead, you know.
What? They were here and you let them get away? Where are they? Which way did they go?
Calm down, Mail. I'm after those crooks too. By the way, I'm Namo. If you happen to find them, let me know, and I'll help you nab them.
Oh, sure. And let you get the reward? Nice try, Haystack.
Well, I'll tell you, Bounty Hunter, I'm very strong. Just keep me in mind, okay?
Somehow I don't quite believe him. I don't quite believe him. Tree Sun Village is the name of it. I came all the way here and couldn't catch the gingerbread grifter gang. How depressing. So, let me ask you a question. Are they rotten because they're evil or because they've expired? Ha ha. Ha ha. Don't worry, my jokes will get much worse. And it's a little over 20 minutes. I just took my first few hits. I think that's a good place to end it. I'm kind of wondering where I start the game after saving, so let's save it. We'll save over this file, actually. That's okay. And we're going to call it a day. So thanks for watching the first episode of Let's Play Popful Mail with 100% more magic, 100% more fantasy, and 100% more dunderheads. Until next time, take care and see you soon.